Hello and welcome back to Mac at the Movies. It's been a little while, but I am here to review for you the film Halloween. Speaking of been a little while, it's been a little while since I've seen this film. I've seen the Rob Zombie remake from 2007 a number of times. I think it was 2007, 2008. One of those dates, something like that. But it's been a little while since I've seen that one. This one. So I wanted to give this one a watch again. I'll probably put on the Rob Zombie one, Halloween Night, because I've seen it 1,000 times, and I don't think I'm going to miss anything handing out candy to trick-or-treaters. Whereas this one, again, it's been a few years since I've seen it, so I kind of want to dig into it a little bit. But let's go ahead and get into this movie. I hope everyone out there is doing well. I know I am. Trying to be anyway. As much as one can. We're ramping up toward all the holiday seasons, so starting out with my favorite, Halloween, and then we got Thanksgiving, Black Friday. I don't even think that's a thing anymore, and then Christmas. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. I did bust myself out a Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I'm not a fan of pumpkin ales, pumpkin beers, stuff like that. So I figured I would get something at least quasi-seasonal. Oktoberfest is in September, if memory serves me, but I figured it would be seasonally. So I'm going to get into this. We got the old THX, and I will see you afterwards for the rewind. Bye. Alright, and I am back. So, Halloween, how was it? If you don't know, you've been living under a rock. But at the same time, I don't want to assume that everyone out here has seen it. I'm not a big fan of people who say, oh, if you haven't seen this movie yet, it's been out for 30 years, it's your own fault if it gets spoiled for you, blah, blah, blah. I feel like, regardless of how old the film is, if you haven't seen it, it's new to you. So I try not to spoil anything unless I specifically state in a movie review that this is spoiling. So, this shouldn't come with any spoilers. I'm just going to kind of run down the synopsis and what I thought of the film. So, let's go ahead and hit that rewind and talk about a movie. So, we have a fella, Michael Myers, who after 20 years in the mental institute decides to go home to Haddonfield, Illinois. While he is there, a couple of young teenage girls shout at him in a moving car, and he stops, I guess identifies them, and decides to stalk them. It's Lori, her friend Annie, both babysitters, and their friend Linda, who is a bit of a Halloween trollop. I guess you could call, I don't know. She's just a teenage girl with her teenage boyfriend having a teenage good time in a home alone. But these girls are getting stalked by Michael, and it's their job to get away from him. I thought this was a great movie. It's a fun one every year for Halloween. Again, like I said, I haven't seen it in a while. I've been watching a lot of the other Halloween films, but this is always a great one to go back to. It was later remade in 2007 by Rob Zombie. I believe it was 2007, 2008, somewhere around there, by Rob Zombie, which was both a success and a failure, depending on who you ask. I thought it was a success. I thought it was a great film. I loved it, even the sequel, even though that garnered even more ridicule or praise, depending on, again, who you're asking. But yeah, Halloween, great film. Have you seen it? Do you love it or do you hate it? Let me know down in the comments below. And then yeah, I'm going to continue this with a very, I guess, heated statement. Some people may find it heated, depending on their opinions of both the original and remake of Halloween. But I will say, while I do love this one, and it's been one on my Halloween watch list since I can remember, I rather enjoy Rob Zombie's remake just a little bit more. I know. I've just upset a few people. And for that, I'm sorry. Or, you know what? No, I'm not sorry because it's an opinion. So, there you go. I both ruined your day and hopefully lightened it a little bit by talking about this masterpiece right here. But yeah, it is a masterpiece. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill got together and put this little bad boy out into the world. Michael Myers, The Night He Came Home. Oh, it is. It says full frame right there. It said full frame on the cassette tape, but I didn't know where if it said full frame anywhere else. But it says it right there. I guess this also came with a widescreen edition. But yeah, it's a great movie. I highly suggest y'all check this one out if you haven't already. Again, it's a lot of fun, and while I love this one, I do enjoy Rob Zombie's remake a lot more. One thing I find quite interesting about this film is that if you just took out the nudity, I think it would be PG, because there is no blood in the film. There might be some select language, but I don't think anything too bad. I think if anything gives this an R rating, it's the nudity. So I'm assuming it's rated R. It doesn't have a rating on here, but this was when the rating system came out. After the rating system came out, so. But yeah, I definitely say this one's a lot of fun. Check it out, and soon, and maybe I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do this, so I may tag it on. But I plan on watching Halloween 2 as well. So I want to watch this one tomorrow. So I may watch this one tomorrow and either do a second video or just extend the video out and make it longer. But I think I may just continue this one. So I don't leave this with spoilers for a second one. But yeah. John Carpenter's Halloween. Check it out if you haven't already. It's the first film starring Jamie Lee Curtis. It was where she was introduced to the world. And it has Donald Pleasance. I couldn't remember his name for the longest time. I remember I was talking about another film once starring him, and I couldn't remember his name. I think I saw it at 12 Hours of Terror, like an overnight horror movie marathon at my local art house theater a few years ago. But Donald Pleasance is in here. Just an all-around great film. So I definitely say check it out. I'd love to see this one in the theater. I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've seen Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, along with a slew of other old school horror films. But I've never seen Halloween on the big screen, and I'd really like to. I've seen Resurrection on the big screen, and I've seen the two the remakes, the Rob Zombie remakes 1 and 2 on the big screen, but I have not seen the original. I was kind of hoping, which would have probably been a bit much to ask, but this year's 12 Hours of Terror, I was kind of hoping that there would have been a surprise screening of this on 35mm. There wasn't. They were talking about a film that they were trying to get from the very first year of doing that 12-hour marathon, and it wasn't this. I thought maybe they would have tried to have maybe gotten something like this as one of the movies, but they didn't. So I'm going to put that over there. But also, a few years ago, we have a horror and tattoo convention in Nashville. I believe it's the Lone Wolf Horror and Tattoo Convention. And a few years ago, I met Nick Castle, who plays Michael Myers. And got this mini poster here, signed by him right there. The Shape, Nick Castle. So, yeah, really nice guy. And didn't know he, I believe he was the director of the film Major Pain, which is a film I loved watching as a kid. And still enjoy throwing in on occasion today. So, but yeah, Nick Castle, met him. Super nice guy. Just very friendly all around. But yeah, I've met a couple. I met the new Michael Myers from Rob Zombie's remake. I met him this year at a convention. Super nice, super tall, very tall, massive man. I felt like a dwarf standing next to him. It was it was something else. But so I've met both the original and the remade Michael Myers. I haven't met any of the young Michael Myers. Michael Myers but maybe one day at a convention I'll meet them. And the remake, I have an original 2-sided poster that I've been working on collecting autographs on. And once I get most of them that I can, I'm going to frame it, make it all nice and neat, and maybe put it on the wall behind me here. Or put it somewhere, because it's going to be a piece. But yeah, anywho, before I linger on another 10 minutes, I think I'm going to jump off here. I've been in the mood to watch An American Werewolf in London, so I'm probably going to watch that. I'm going to toss a coin to see if I'm going to watch it on VHS or Blu-ray. I have it on both, but I don't know which one I'll watch it in. And I think for this one, instead of having an Oktoberfest brew, I switched from the Sam Adams Oktoberfest to a some other Oktoberfestian beer. But been enjoying that one. But I'll probably switch over to something like a Guinness for this one. Even though it's London and not Ireland. But, I'll give this a go. I guess that's where Guinness is made, is Ireland. I don't know that much about beer, but yeah, it's I believe it's Ireland. It's an Irish stout. Sure. Somebody will correct me down below. And if you do, thank you, because I clearly don't know and need to be taught. But, yeah, I want to watch that. So I'm either going to toss a coin and watch it on VHS, or I'm going to watch it on Blu-ray in the living room. The beginning of this film is, I absolutely love it. The rest of the film is a fun story. And then the end, of course. But I always love the very beginning of this film so much. And a horror convention I was at earlier this year when I met Tyler Mane, the Michael Myers from the Rob Zombie remake. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he was there. So, yes. Maybe it's David Naughton. Maybe. That's one of the names here. I think that's probably who it was. But he was there. But, yes. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I'm going to... I'm going to go put in that movie, and I'm going to go flip a coin, figure it out, and watch another horror movie for the night. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by and watching. If you've seen Halloween, jot that down in the comments below if you loved it or if you hated it. Do you like the original over the remake, or do you like the remake over the original? Which one of them do you prefer? I do know quite a few people that, oddly enough, love the remake over the original, and other people think that is just sacrilegious to say. My best friend, Chase, he learned about Michael Myers from the remake, and it is his favorite film horror villain. So, there's that. Some people didn't see the original until after the remake. But yeah, anyway, tell me down in the comments below. Smash that thumbs up if you like the video, and keep watching. Hopefully I will continue to make videos, put them out here for you to watch. I'm trying to get back into a routine of it, which is easier said than done. And hopefully I won't fail at this again. So I will try and keep it going, get that rhythm back going, doing more rewind movie reviews and doing more just overall movie reviews, because I watch a lot of them and I like talking about them, especially if there's things I can spoil and other people have seen it and it can spark a discussion. I like that. So anyways, thank you for watching again. I think this is the 4th time I've said I'm rambling, so I'm going to get off here and watch another movie. So thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.